Guy is one of the best known black belts from the Gracie Barra team, a 3-time world champion, a 2-time Pan champion. Right here, you see, right next to us here in the commentary table, Otavio Sousa, competing a weight division up to what we normally see him.
Yeah, he looks a little more stocky.
Spent the majority of his career competing at middleweight. That's where his world titles came, or his Pan titles came. But today we will see him in action in the medium heavyweight division. His first match going to be going up against this man, Joseph Watson. Both of them had one match yesterday. Joseph Watson is also a Gracie Barra representative, but you know, hey, this is the great thing, Victor, right? Gracie Barra is such a huge association, a worldwide team, that two guys from the same team, they never met each other.
Yeah, they represent the same flag, but they're not exactly the same team per se.
They don't train together in the same gym.
They don't even know each other. They've never seen each other, probably.
I mean, they could even be from different, well, they are from different countries, but I mean, they could be based in different countries and still be part of the same team. But yeah, we see Sousa in the blue, Watson in the white. Both men had one match yesterday to get into this quarterfinal match. Otavio Sousa.
Yeah, Otavio looks solid.
He looks thick, right?
He looks thick. I mean, I said it's stocky, but being Otavio Sousa, it's definitely a lot of strength right there. There's no excessive weight.
I will
be
interested
all muscle.
To see, yeah, it looks the muscle. I would be interested to see how this affects his jiu-jitsu, you know?
We're about to see it.
Because, of course, competing in the middleweight division and then going up to the middle heavy, I mean, these guys are naturally going to be bigger and stronger.
He has a great strategy of pulling guard and sweeping with some ease right to the pass. So Watson already frustrated that one. If Sousa was like planning on doing this,
Watson
then he's going to go for the pass.
Yeah, I think that the extra muscle, the extra mass on Otavio Sousa's frame, I think is going to make his guard passing even better.
Probably. Uses that pressure.
Because, you know, going on bottom against naturally bigger guys and trying to sweep them, it can be hard. If you spent your entire career at middleweight and then you've got to try and sweep a medium heavyweight, that's not easy. But passing a middle heavyweight, maybe a little better, because you can use your strength and your technique together, right?
Yeah, we can ask this to Andy Murasaki, because he swept all the big dudes. He swept all the big dudes, then he passed these guys' guards. I want to see this kid in black belt, man, as soon as possible.
Going for that knee cut pass.
A lot of
Otavio
pressure.
Sousa. You know, this is kind of, it's a technique we see a lot from some of the big Gracie Barra names, right?
Bahal is one of them, right?
Romulo Bahal, for me, one of the greatest knee cut passers in the world. And him and Otavio, of course, teammates and training partners over the years. It's like watching Romulo in this position, actually. The grips that Otavio has, the knee position.
Except that Bahal's meaner.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he makes you suffer in that position.
I mean, you give him the pass, and he will still stay there. No, I'm not going to pass. I'm going to stay here with my knee on your stomach and my hand deep in your collar.
Absolutely. Sousa now settles down into the half guard.
Yeah, establish
Solid
half guard
cross
right
face.
there. Good.
Very methodical performance. He's not rushing anything here.
Yeah, and you see it comes from experience. You see Otavio's hip will never touch the mat. He will apply all that pressure on top of a Watson's stomach. We'll keep it there. See, when you see some, I don't want to say lazy, but when you see the general fighter getting to half guard, when he goes to the side to start passing, first thing he does is put his hip on the floor. And that takes away all the pressure. And then the guy on bottom is like, okay, I can breathe now. I can fix my grips. But not with Otavio. He's bringing that pressure. His hips are always there.
Oh, I like the way he's passing the lapel up
Not
he's
enough lapel.
Trying to, yeah,
not
a little
enough
bit
lapel.
short, a little bit tight, but he's trying to pass the lapel up underneath the armpit and around to that hand in the crossface grip. A very, very strong, it's like a, for me, I call it like the power crossface, because, you know, you can see how he uses it to, he pulls on the lapel and he drives his bicep further into the face.
But I'm going to tell you what, you have to constantly adjust that grip, otherwise it gets loose. Because as you force the crossface, it gets loose.
Right.
So you have to constantly adjust. So I'd rather put my thumb inside and apply the same pressure with the thumb inside because it never gets loose. But I guess Otavio knows what he's doing.
Who are we to criticize?
Yep.
Big pressure there, making Watson turn away, making him face away. Of course, in this half guard position, Watson really wants to get on his side and try and turn into Otavio Sousa, but Sousa has just closed the door. Hanging out in this position, looking very comfortable as Otavio Sousa. And 0 points on the board just yet, no advantage scored. I feel that if this position changes, he should get an advantage for putting Watson flat in the half guard.
Man, and not only that, Otavio is applying so much pressure on Watson right now.
You can see his head is turning purple. His looks like it's about to explode.
Exactly, and being Watson very light-skinned, you can see that like easily. I think that if you were in that same position, I could see the same thing.
Man, that's the problem. There's no faking it. Like
there's
when
no
I'm,
poker
when
face you can
when
do
I'm
right
stuck
there.
in a triangle, people know when it's on because your head turns purple. It's true. But you can see
bringing the pressure.
Otavio wants to pass here. He wants to go either directly into the mount or pass.
You know what's better? He's putting so much pressure. He wants Watson to give him the pass or the mount, because that pressure is too much to handle for too long.
Otavio Sousa, it's amazing to think, isn't it, that he won his first world title all the way back in 2012.
Got the pass.
And there settles down into the side control. 3 points for Otavio Sousa. His first Pan Championship, he won that in 2010. 10 years ago. And actually, I want to say that I believe that
when was his first Worlds?
He got his black belt all the way back in 2007, because I was just counting the stripes on his black belt and I could see about 4 on there. So I'm like, man, he's been a black belt for a long time
So
now.
would you say he fought as a black belt at the first Worlds in the U.S.?
His first World Championships as a black belt was 2008.
So next year.
So yeah,
so he probably won 2007 as a brown belt.
Probably, yeah. If we go back, yes, he did win the absolute division in 2007 as a brown belt.
Yeah, and he won the absolute division being a middleweight.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that pressure from Otavio. That pressure is relentless, and Watson is just agonizing right there, man. It's just too much.
It really is.
It's 3 minutes to go.
And, you know, he's about to pass the half guard again here. Oh, man, good recovery there by Watson in putting him back in the half guard, because it looked like Sousa was about to score another 3. And, you know, this is a terrible position to be stuck in, but Watson is not giving up. He's still fighting for the underhook. He's still fighting to recover his guard. But, man, such pressure from Otavio Sousa.
And as you just said, being a medium heavy right now, probably that pressure increased a lot.
Yeah. Sousa again takes that lapel, passes it around to his left hand. Takes a little look at the clock. Just over 2 minutes remaining, 3 points to 0. Now trying to free the trap leg from the half guard. Big pressure with the crossface, going up high. Goes into the, almost into the three-quarter mount, but every time he gets close, Watson has good late defense to the guard pass. He's able to put him back in the half guard.
It's because what's happening is, like, you know what Bahal does there? His hand that Otavio was using on the leg, right now he passed because Watson is wasted. He's done. But Bahal, when he has that lapel, that deep hand on the lapel, the other hand goes on the hips and make that torque,
twists the guy.
That twist on the body.
Yeah.
And then you can't stay there. And I know from personal experience, you just can't stay there. It's too much.
Sousa now with 8 points on the board following that second guard pass and 2 points for the knee ride. So very comfortably in control here, and kind of almost looks a little bit like a wrestling cradle the way that he's kind of got control here. Very comfortably just controlling from this side control position. I think you could see him maybe go for a mounted triangle, the way that he looks to be. Oh no, side control choke coming. Passes the lapel over his own lapel this time. Step over choke.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Oh, and actually that's nice work. He uses the threat of the choke to open up the pass to mount.
There you
now
go,
on the arm.
Beautiful. That's what I love about it.
Calculated
25 seconds to go.
But
he's
still
chasing.
going for the finish.
Still chasing that. It's amazing.
Man, Otavio Sousa with the arm bar in that quarterfinal match. That's going to put him into the semi a little later. And
I felt like, oh, you're enjoying my match. I have a little something for you at the end.
And you know, you talked about the experience. He didn't give up a single position.
A single position.
And he was focused entirely on that finish. And it didn't matter, there was 20 seconds left. He's like, I'm gonna get it. It doesn't matter how long it takes.